This is going to sound crazy, but I need someone to tell me I'm not crazy. I had my birthday party this past Saturday. I live in South Africa, by the way, so it's still summer here. Anyway, my mom made arrangements for a really fun birthday. We swam for ages, whacked a piñata in the shape of a llama, ate pizza, cut the cake, and just had a blast. My mom called us in around 6 p.m. so that I could open my presents before my friends' parents came to pick them up at 7 p.m. They all found a spot in the lounge, and I sat myself down in the middle of the room on the carpet. I got some really awesome stuff. A cute squishmallow, some art supplies, headphones, and a mystery box. It had no name on it. There wasn't a card with it, nothing. No one claimed it, and even my mom just shrugged. Obviously, I was curious to see what was inside this mystery box, so I tore off the wrapping paper. It was a cardboard box, and it was sealed with boxing tape. Not a used cardboard box, but a brand new box. Inside it was stuffed to the brim with tissue paper. You would think that I would just dig into the box, but I've seen videos on YouTube of people opening mystery boxes and finding the most disgusting and disturbing things inside. Eventually, after removing all the tissue paper carefully, I came across this little house. It was about the size of a standard music box, and even had a little winding mechanism on the back, so I assumed that's what it was. It was an old blue and white striped house with flower boxes, and the roof opened up. I wound it up, and then I opened it. Inside there was a worn-out little ballerina with a small tulle tutu, and the inside was lined with blue velvet, but it was the song that made every hair on my body stand up straight. I have no idea what the song is, I don't recognize the tune, but that's beside the point. It's the contents and the sequence of events that followed that has me really freaked out. Inside the box was a bunch of random stuff. A little ornate hand mirror, some cross pendants, and some rings. Then a humongous lightning bolt hit our palm tree next to the swimming pool, and the lounge window shattered. Everyone started screaming. There was lightning and thunder overhead. The wind was howling around the house, and rain started to come down in buckets. Throughout all of this, we could all still clearly hear the song from the music box. Although I watch a lot of scary and supernatural stuff, it's always just been something on the screen. I didn't actually believe any of those things. But what are the odds of a sunny and hot day changing to a full-blown storm in less than 30 minutes? Plus, that first lightning strike just after I opened that music box? I haven't been sleeping well since then, and I really feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm 39 years old, but this happened way back in 1993, when I was 11 years old. A lifetime ago, but the event has stuck with me throughout all these years. I was at my best friend's 12th birthday party, and it was a slumber party. There were like 13 of us, I think. My best friend, we'll call him Jake, lived out on a plot, about a 30-minute drive from our house in town. His dad was a pig farmer, and the most horrible thing was how these pigs seemed to know exactly when one of them was going to be taken to the slaughter. They would all start squealing whenever one was about to be taken. Anyway, we were all in Jake's room at the time, and we were doing typical kid stuff. Playing video games, trading Pokemon cards, and daring each other to do some sort of prank on the neighbors. As the night wore on, we decided to watch a scary movie. We all thought it was lame, but decided to get some popcorn and then continue watching it anyway. I was surprised at how much the movie scared me. One scene was where this girl checks under her bed for a monster, and then when she comes back up, it's lying right next to her. All the other guys were laughing, a lot, so I laughed with them, trying not to reveal how scared I actually was. After the movie, we decided to go to sleep. Yeah, like I was going to be able to sleep after that. We all started to get into our sleeping arrangements. Jake's mom brought up some sleeping bags and extra blankets for whoever called dibs on the couches. Luckily, Jake said that he was going to leave the bedside lamp on in case any of us wanted to go to the bathroom. As luck would have it, I did wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. I didn't want to wake anyone else, so I got up as slowly and quietly as I could. The bedside lamp being on was great, but the hall was pitch black. After watching that damn movie, I was scared to walk down that hallway to the bathroom, but I also didn't want to switch on the light. Being the polite child that my mother raised, I didn't want to inconvenience anyone. So I sucked it up and started feeling my way along the wall towards the bathroom. But I must have gotten confused because I ended up in the living room somehow. As I was looking out the window towards the pig pens, my heart started racing, and I froze in fear. I have absolutely no idea what exactly I was so terrified of, but I couldn't move. Then the pigs faced me and started screaming, like one of them was about to be slaughtered. I felt a presence behind me and then a hand on my shoulder, and then my vision just went black. So the hand belonged to my friend's dad. The blackness was me having my first epileptic fit. I still don't eat bacon or pork, ever. But, and this is a big question in my mind, what made me freeze up with fear? And what made the pigs scream like that? I went to my friend Connor's birthday party last month, and I'm really struggling to deal with it. I haven't been able to sleep properly since it happened, and not even the sleeping pills I got from the doctor are helping. I'm really hoping that someone can help me come to terms with this. So Connor threw a big party at our local Domino's for his 17th birthday. Him and his parents really went all out by booking out the entire Domino's for the night. Plus, it was a themed party. The theme was Five Nights at Freddy's, which is one of his favorite horror video games. Anyways, we had a blast picking out and preparing what we were going to wear. I decided to go a different direction than my friends and picked out the night shift security guard costume. It was obviously also a lot cheaper as well. For anyone who doesn't know the game, you're a security guard who has to survive the night while a bunch of animatronics try to kill you. One of those animatronics is a creepy bear named Freddy Fazbear. So, on the night of the party, I got to Domino's around 9, said hi to all my friends, and got something to drink. After a lot of dancing, party games, and pizza, I see Connor's mom waving me over. She asked me if I could bring out the cake, since I was the only security guard there. I thought it was a great idea because it was almost midnight, which is the time in the game that the animatronics start coming alive and hunting you down. So I headed to the kitchen to go get ready. I was looking down at my phone on the way into the kitchen, and I bumped into something much bigger than myself. I looked up to see that it was someone in a Freddy Fazbear costume. I was confused because we all decided that Connor would be the only one in that costume, since it is one of the main characters in the game. The reason why I was confused was because I saw Connor dancing outside with the head of the costume laying on a table. I asked Connor how he got to the kitchen so fast, when I realized that this couldn't possibly be Connor, since there is only one entrance to the kitchen from the restaurant side. Another thing is that this person was much taller than Connor. What really freaked me out though is that this guy was just standing there. Then I heard the theme song starting to play, which was my cue to come out with the cake. But instead, the Freddy in front of me jerks forward, knocking me to the ground. I started screaming and managed to scramble to my feet, and I bolted out the door. We called the police, but all they found was the cake smashed against a wall and a huge knife on the ground. They said it was probably just some psycho trying to scare us, but I feel like he had a lot more on his mind than scaring us. What really freaks me out is that he knew so much about the party. Enough to go out and get a costume, and to somehow sneak into the kitchen where the party was being held? So what else does he know? I'm scared that he somehow knows more about us, like where I live, and that he'll come for me.